Hi ChatGPT. I am beginner English student. I want to talk about my daily routine for 5 minutes or more. Please ask me easy questions.
Of course. Let's start with something simple. What time do you usually wake up? And what's the first thing you do after getting out of bed?
Can you speak slower? I don't really understand.
Sure, no problem. What time do you usually wake up? And what's the first thing you do after you get out of bed?
I don't understand. What is your question?
No worries. Let's break it down. What time do you wake up in the morning?
I always wake up at 5 in the morning.
Great. After you wake up at 5 in the morning, what do you usually do next?
I usually perform subuh prayer.
That's a wonderful way to start your day. What do you usually do after you finish your Subu prayer?
After my subuh prayer, I think I usually go for walk outside my house for 15 minutes.
That sounds refreshing. After your 15-minute walk, do you have breakfast or do something else?
Yes, I would just have my breakfast, usually with a slice of bread.
Nice. Having bread for breakfast is simple and filling. What do you usually do after breakfast?
Well, after breakfast, I think I would make a cup of coffee, the black coffee, because I love coffee so much.
Ah, a cup of black coffee sounds perfect. After enjoying your coffee, what's the next thing you usually do in your daily routine?
Well, I think because I need to go to work after enjoying my coffee, I just prepare myself to take a bath and get ready for work.
Got it. So after your coffee, you get ready for work by taking a bath and preparing yourself. What time do you usually leave for work? And how do you get there?
I usually leave for work at 7 a.m. in the morning and I usually ride my scooter, or here people call it motorcycle or motor bebek.
Riding your motorbike to work at 7 a.m. must be a nice way to commute. When you get to work, what's the first thing you usually do?
I think the first thing that I do is, of course, get ready with my laptop. I turn my laptop and then I check my schedule, whether I got schedules or not. And then if I got schedule, I just go right to the classroom and teach my students.
That's a great start to your workday. Once you're done teaching your classes, what do you typically do afterward?
Usually, uh, in midday, I would have my lunch with my colleagues. Just a simple lunch, but with a heavy meal.
Having a hearty lunch with colleagues sounds nice. After lunch, how do you usually spend the rest of your afternoon?
All the rest of my afternoon is very really simple. I usually go to a coffee shop and then enjoy the rest of the afternoon.
That sounds like a relaxing way to unwind. Do you do anything special in the evening after you get back home from the coffee shop?
Yeah, I usually go to a mosque to perform, I think, das or dawn prayer or salat maghrib.
That's a peaceful way to spend your evening. After you perform your prayer at the mosque, what do you usually do before going to bed?
I don't do much before going to bed, but I'd like to make sure I don't take any caffeine, and I usually just read some news on my phone, or I would go with the classic, which is to read, a book.
That's a nice, calm way to wind down. It sounds like you have a well balanced daily routine. Thanks for sharing all of that with me.
My pleasure. Thank you for your help.
You're very welcome. If you ever want to practice more or need any help, just let me know.
Sure, thank you very much. See you again.
See you, take care, and have a great day.